your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, good evening to you. Another snowy evening, just as we expected, right during that evening commute, and that's going to cause additional issues as people try to head home right along I-74 and I-72, all the way from Springfield to Decatur through Champaign and Danville, and even down towards Tuscola. We're seeing some of that snow moving across the area. Downright cold again, 19, but it feels like the single digits, 5 in Champaign and 1 in Springfield. If you're going out and about tonight, look out. You can see the snow that's flying out there, and we're expecting more of this as we go throughout tonight and into the rest of the week. So when do we see wind chills dip to 20 to 30 below zero? We'll share that coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
A new Speaker of the Illinois House means new rules, the changes that are coming to the State House. Plus, more people will soon be able to get the vaccine. Who's included as Phase 1B expands.
And also tonight, cold winters mean high heat to keep your home warm. What you need to know to keep your furnace safely running.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
We didn't get much winter weather late last year, but we're more than making up for it right now. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. A winter storm is making its way across the nation, and central Illinois is getting part of it. Chief Meteorologist Kevin Leidy is here now, so we've kind of had that flurries pretty much all day, it seemed. What are we in for?
Yeah, I mean, this is more snow, once again, that's really flying out there. Light, fluffy, so it's slick, so there have been issues. As we take a look here at our camera network, you can see a lot of white stuff out there. So what we want to do is show you what's going on here in Champaign, and we'll take that full, and you can see that we've got a few of those flurries there. That's right down there, right across from Memorial Stadium. There is where our camera is located in the State Farm Center. So people, again, out there adjusting to this snow, taking it slow. And then we switch our view over to Danville, more of the same down there. You can see how the roads are, you've just got the tire tracks there. But now this is what, like, I don't know, day 6, day 7 of us having to deal with this. What we want to show you are the road conditions that we've got as well, where it's bad. So that's Iroquois County. So the purple color is the worst. That's covered with ice and snow. But there's a lot of pink here. And that pink includes Vermilion and Champaign and Piatt and Macon, DeWitt. I mean, look at all the counties here. And basically, it's right here and along I-72 and I-74 that the worst of the snow has been. And that's where we've got more of the road issues and conditions there that are causing some problems tonight, as the snow is going to continue for several more hours. So again, as we go throughout tonight, just take it easy. Again, it's just a reoccurring thing. It's day after day of this, Jennifer, and it's not going to change anytime soon because we've got more snow this weekend and another system next week, and then the cold.
Wouldn't it be great if everybody has had enough practice that there won't be any accidents?
Well, I'm hoping
they know what to do.
People have gotten a little bit better here because we have had a ton of practice here lately, and so we'll just continue to deal with it because we're not out of the woods for at least another 10 days.
All right, Kevin, thank you so much. A house in Rossville was destroyed after an electrical fire. The owner wasn't inside when it happened yesterday. Neighbors saw smoke coming from the attic and called 911. Firefighters say a space heater started it, and the home's old wiring wasn't able to handle the heater.
Decatur police are investigating after homes, cars, and an apartment building were hit by gunfire yesterday in the morning. It happened in the area of West Ravenna Park Road and North Longwood Drive before dawn. Police found more than 30 shell casings at the scene from a .45 and a 9mm. A total of 3 homes were damaged, along with 2 cars. No one was hurt. Anyone with any information about what happened is asked to call police. Police in Chatham say 2 men in Springfield are now behind bars after a string of car thefts and burglaries. Moses Johnson and Christopher Higgins are charged with possession of a stolen car. Police released photos of car theft suspects in mid-December and were able to identify them because of tips from the public.
House lawmakers met back inside the State House for the first time in nearly a year today. Our Capitol Bureau Chief, Mark Maxwell, is live there now. So, Mark, the last time lawmakers gathered in Springfield, they were spread out at the Bank of Springfield Center.
And the next time the House meets, it will be on Zoom. New House Speaker Chris Welch adopting new rules allowing the House committees to gather virtually and meet online. House Republicans had pressured the new Democratic leader to relax his grip on power and give their ideas more of a hearing at these committees. In fact, these new rules will allow every bill to get assigned to a committee. And the new rules include another popular idea Republicans promoted, leadership term limits. It caps the Speaker and Minority Leader to just 10 years in office. Still, no Republicans voted for the Speaker's new rules.
If anything looks like an improvement here, it's only by comparison to what are probably some of the most draconian laws of any legislature in the country.
The House has now authorized remote legislating so that we can begin our work as soon as tomorrow in doing committee work and moving legislation ahead.
Several House members in both parties are eager to get back to work to do things like balancing the budget, reviving the economy hammered hard by the coronavirus, and they want to hold public hearings to call witnesses from state agencies at IDES or at IDPH to examine the unemployment claims, the fraud there, or the coronavirus, the vaccine rollout. One thing that will help lawmakers get back to work here in this building is getting the vaccine doses in their arms, and today many of them did just that. The state set up a special location off-site on state property where many lawmakers got their first doses of the vaccine, something many people are still waiting eagerly to get themselves. We'll have more on that story tonight at 6. Reporting in Springfield, Mark Maxwell, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Mark, we'll see you again at 6. Thanks so much. New members of the Illinois House took their first big vote in Springfield today. They all have similar end goals in helping their districts rebound from COVID, but they are going about it in different ways. New Republicans want to see major tax cuts to help businesses recover from state shutdowns. Democrats want to see more job training, opportunities for trade fields.
Any kind of sales tax, any kind of government regulations that we can cut to help businesses, especially during this COVID time where businesses are suffering tremendously. We need to be there first and foremost to help.
Rockford needs help. We're a manufacturing town. We need our manufacturing jobs back. There's new construction that we need for our trades. We just want people to get back to work.
The partisan breakdown of the House did change after the last election, but not by much. House Republicans gained 1 seat, but they are still in the super minority.
Turning now to the latest on the state COVID numbers, the positivity rate remained at 4%, but more than 2,800 new infections were announced today. The state also said 53 more people have died since yesterday. As for ICU usage, out of 11 regions, Region 6, that's the area in yellow, has the lowest in the state at 55%. Region 3, that's the area in light red, was right in the middle at about 74%. Looking at vaccination rates now, close to 1.5 million shots have been given so far, and the state's averaging more than 55,000 doses a day for the last 7 days. More than 2.5% of the state is fully vaccinated. And getting those shots should be easier after the state identified more than 100 new vaccination locations today. Several hospitals have been added to the list, including Carl in Urbana, Gibson area in Gibson City, and Iroquois Memorial in Watseka. For an extended list of hospitals and health departments, check out our website, WCIA.com. And the state's expanding the number of people who can get vaccinations in Group 1B starting February 25th. It'll now include people 16 and older with comorbidities and underlying conditions. Those include cancer, COPD, diabetes, heart conditions, among others. There's a full list on our website.
The Monticello Township Highway Department is issuing a warning to keep drivers safe. Stop putting trash on the roads. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays is with us. So, Jamie, this is happening more and more out there?
That's right, Jennifer. He says recently it has been more frequent, and they're hoping people will start to properly get rid of trash they no longer want. The Monticello Township Highway Commissioner Charlie Montgomery says anything dumped and blocking the roads that's making them unsafe is considered illegal dumping. He's been on the job for about 12 years, and it's been going on consistently. He's seen TVs and washers and dryers. They had 16 bags of trash dumped last week, and 2 couches were dumped this week. Montgomery says it takes time to clean all of that up.
One of the bottles had actually hit the pavement when it was dumped out, and it broke, and glass was over the road, so I had to take a broom out and clean the road off, get the glass off of it as well. So yes, it's dangerous for people driving down the roads, as well as it's just not right.
He's encouraging people to get rid of their trash the right way. He says pay to get it removed every week or find a place that will allow you to dump your trash in their dumpster. Live in the newsroom, Jamie Mays, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Jamie, thank you. Now, if you are caught illegally dumping your trash, you could spend, excuse me, up to 6 months in jail, be fined up to $1,500, and pay court costs.
Not sure what to do with all the snow? We'll tell you what a classroom came up with.
It's cute. Plus, keeping warm is the goal this winter, but so is keeping your furnace in top working condition. What you need to know.